Oh man, this is awesome. We got grafting chickens out here today. Look at this. Oh, that's great. Job always goes better when you have grafting chickens on site. No chickens were harmed or barbecued in the making of this video. There was no foul play.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's William Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel.
Hello boys and girls, welcome back to William Wire's Old Iron. Don't have much of a video for you this week, just a little something to keep in touch and let you know we're still kicking. We've been pretty busy with our grafting season, Victor and I, so I haven't had much shop time. My son was up yesterday and we spent a good portion of the day putting in the whole, I don't know what they call it, a steering rack, I guess. It's the whole thing, from tie rod end to tie rod end, and your little rack and, I used to call it rack and pinion. But anyway, that whole assembly we put in a Toyota Camry yesterday, and that went really well. I just didn't take time to set up the camera because it's not a rat rod, it's not old school, it's just not we don't do much of that new stuff here on this channel. So anyway, mostly, like I said, Victor and I just wanted to check in with you and say hi and let you know we're still kicking. Victor's going to finish his last grafting job tomorrow, I think. So we're going to get back to rat rodding and old school mechanicking around here, and got quite a bit to do. A lot coming up. So I got the red truck out now, so I'm probably going to bring the Doge back in, and I know some of you have been kind of anxious for me to get started on that, and I'm anxious to get started on myself because I want it done. And anyway, there's some other little things coming along too, but here we are, just to say hey, and nothing special about this video. Did capture a little something out in the orchard. We've always looking for old iron, you know, so stay tuned, let's take a look. When I'm grafting these orchards, I'm always driving around out back and just looking around and seeing what I can spot, and I usually spot something, and I've spotted this, and I know about this old truck. I've known about this old truck for a long time. And a friend of mine just lives across the street here, and he's known about this truck probably 30 years or more of its life here, sitting here. It's been here a long time. It was the fruit hauler for this particular property here. This was orchard. You see they still got the sprinklers out here, the overhead sprinklers. So this was orchard at one time, and this was the truck that hauled the fruit from this orchard to the packing facility. And these old fruit haulers typically just don't get hardly any miles on them because they only use them about 1 month out of the year. In summertime, you might use it once in a while to haul a tractor to another property or go to town and get a load of irrigation pipe or something, but usually they only go to from the orchard to the packing facility, and that might be 10-12 miles, and usually it's not very far. This one's in really good shape. I'm sure it's got the old flathead. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that thing would run. You know what? This truck would fire up and run. It is complete. Still got battery in it over there. I bet you could have this thing running in an hour. So anyway, the neighbor was talking about this truck, and he's known it for a long time, and he knows that it never went very far in its life. Just hauled fruit from here to town. He said at the most, he said it might have 50,000 miles on it. Well, it has 38,000 miles on it, and you know that hasn't rolled over because all it's ever done is just haul a few bins of fruit from the orchard into town, because they don't take these things out on the freeway. You know, they don't go anywhere. They don't go to Seattle. They just go to town and back. 38,000 miles. Isn't that something? All right, I better get back to work, get on that chainsaw before Victor fires me. Oh, wait a minute. You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe I'll see if I can get fired today. Yeah, maybe I'll make that my mission. Okay, what I done up and gone and went and did was, I set up my #1 YouTube fan right over there by that door, turned that on, and I got the leaf blower in here and I just went nuts. And I blew a lot of Harmon's dust out here. I'm scattering Harmon's ashes, blowing out the remnants of Harmon. But where he waters, you know, wet sanded, that primer dust is just glued to the floor like paste. So I'm going to blow it out again because, well, I've blown this thing out 4 or 5 times and a lot of the dust will settle right back down. You know, after you blow it out with the leaf blower, I can see it on top of this chest here. So I've blown it out several times and actually got a lot of it out. It worked pretty well. So I'm gonna go fire up the leaf blower again and do it a couple more times, and that'll have most of the dust out of the air and off of the, you know, the walls. And it's always gonna be some. I can still see it, but anyway, my shop will be cleaner than it has been for 6 months because Harmon started working on that truck in September, and I just kicked it out of here in March. So I'm going to do that, and while Victor's gone, he has gone to check on one of his grafting jobs, the very first job of the season. He started about a month ago, so those little buds have had time to maybe sprout. We've had some pretty decent callousing weather, warm enough for there's some of the healing process to take place. So he's gone to check on his job, and I told him to take pictures. It's always fun to go back and see them growing, you know, and see the results of your work. Sometimes a new client that has not done grafting before, and oftentimes they will ask me, well, how soon before they start growing? And I always tell them, as soon as you pay the bill, that's when they start growing. So, all right, I'm gonna get that leaf blower and put the leaf sucker to work in here, and yeah, turn on the dust sucker over there and blow this out a couple more times, and then I'm going to start picking things up off the floor. Oh, what needs to be, not everything. And then I think I'm going to get in here and pressure wash this floor when Victor gets back, and he can help squeegee the water out as I wash it down. And we'll have we'll have this shop cleaner than it's been in a long time. Well, it's actually not too bad. I'll let that fan run for a little bit. You know, this thing is not revving up quite like it should. And the dirty, rotten buggers, let me show you what they done up and gone went and did. It's terrible. This is terrible. You know, they couldn't just put a normal screw in there. No, you gotta have a special little tool to get in there and adjust the high idle. I don't know if you can see that, but it ain't right, folks. It just ain't right. I just don't understand. And this is a Husqvarna too. I try to run everything I can Husky because that way my fuel mix is all the same. I think I've got a tiller that takes, I don't know, 40 to 1 instead of 50 to 1. But I tried to make a little chingadera to go down in there. I'll ground this guy down a little bit. It doesn't work. I don't know. I guess I'll get online and see if I can order a tool for that. It's just terrible what's happened, ain't it?
Machine.
The machine gun?
Washer, pressure washer.
My pressure washer? My washer pressure? Well, you know, for the YouTube fans, we got to put some clothes in the dryer.
Oh, okay.
They really like to hear that dryer going. So what I'm thinking is, I got the dust blown out pretty good, and I'm gonna go around and pick up a few things off the floor, a little bit, not much, but there's a couple of things I want to get up off the floor. I'm gonna pull out this big bad boy. I'm gonna move my Dodge Ram and pull this guy out, and then get some hose, and you can get the pressure. Yeah, we'll hook it up here. That's the only place I got right now. Which is so, yeah, if you want to get a pressure washer and a hose, it's in the greenhouse. And I'll move this stuff and we'll get started. Yippee-ki-yay. It's always fun to fire up the old V12. Just something about it. Just makes me happy. Makes me smile. Don't take much to make me happy. Okay, the dirty dust. Right here. Oh, we got stuff happening around here now. Look at this chaos. Victor, let's roll those two boxes out a little bit. Those two boxes so we can get behind there and wash that out good. And I'm gonna move everything over here off the floor. Oh yeah. It's gonna be like Harmon was never here. We're gonna spread his ashes. Well, this shop has not had a deep clean like this. Look at this chaos. Yeah, we haven't had a deep clean like this in a long time. I'm gonna wash it out. Oops, see a couple things to pick up down there. Yeah, wash out under these benches. I said benches. Okay, here we go. coming home. Enough is enough. Fuel filter, fuel pump has decided it's not going to work.
Not today.
Not today. So, let's gonna pull that off there and see what's going on with it. Anyway, that's good enough for today. We got her in. Hey, what's the weather going to do? Is it going to rain anymore? No. We're good. Okay. Well, Victor and I are just feeling pretty good about ourselves right now. We did such a thorough job. I was going to put my saw back together, but I forgot to order this little worm gear. It's pretty well shot, so $23.40 for a piece of plastic. All right, I'm going to clean up my work benches. Look how clean my work benches are. Wow, that's amazing. Hasn't been this way in a while. Still looks like a body shop in here. It's never quite going to be the same. Says Harmon. Oh, Harmon, he's the man. Good old boy. Bless his heart and his liver and his gizzards. Well, looks pretty good in here, Victor. I'm pretty happy. Thank you. Thank you for all your help.
My pleasure.
Your pleasure? All right. Well, my pleasure too. My pleasure to work with you.
It's a pleasure to work with my old boss.
Huh?
It's a pleasure to work with my old boss.
Your old boss? You mean your young boss? Old boss? Come on, man. What are you talking about? Old boss. Boy, look at this floor.
Does not mean you're old. I mean,
You
my
mean
old friend.
you mean long term?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't
That's
mean
what I'm
like
talking
you don't mean viejo
No.
in years.
No,
You just mean long term friendship.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it, Lita.
Okay, fellers and fellerettes, that's going to do it for this time. You know, like I said, we've been kind of busy with the grafting things, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, I know some of you like the grafting videos. There's a couple new videos up on the other channel called All About Grafting, right here on YouTube. Go check it out. We've got some cherry grafting and some apple grafting, and if you want to learn how to do that sort of thing, there's lots and lots of instructional videos and a lot of information, demonstrations on that channel on how to graft. Yeah, go take a look at it. All about grafting right here on YouTube. All right, we're going to get out of here now, and happy trails to you, and I sure do appreciate you. We'll see you real soon right back here on Wailing Wires Old Iron.